What's up everyone, it's day 20 of Inktober. If you made it this far, keep going because you're almost there. In today's video, we're drawing Delphox from Pokemon. Let's get started at the top center of our page and draw a straight line going up in between the eyes. To right about there. Now we're going to move out to the side and draw the upper eyelid. So we're going to move over toward the left, curve out, and then up. Line this up on the right side, and do the same thing. Let's curl up the inside of the brow, starting back on the left, curve out, and up. Do the same thing on the right. Let's go to the inside of the eyes and draw two small half ovals for the pupil. We start on the left, come down toward the bottom, and then up. Go to the right side and do the same thing. Now we're going to add a small highlight circle on the top left side of each eye. Just curving around and then up underneath the eyelid. Now we're going to go back to the outside of the eyelid, curve the eye, coming down, and then in underneath the pupil. Let's move down and draw in the muzzle. Directly underneath the left pupil, we're going to step down, curve down, and then in towards the center, and go out and up towards the right side. Let's add in the nose. Starting back on the left, curve up, and then down. Let's go back up to the top and draw the inside edge of the ears. Starting from the corner of the eyelid, we're going to step up, draw a curve that goes up, and we'll bend that out. Line this up on the right side, going up, and then out towards the same height. And then going back to the bottom of the ear, it's going to draw a short curve, going out and then down along the side of the head. Let's add those large flames coming out from the ear. We start from the top, start by curving up and then down. Just going to bend that back up toward the tip of the flame. Let's take that and flip it over on the right. Curve up and then down, and then pull that back up towards the top. Now we're going to pull this back in towards the ear, starting back on the left, curve down, and then in. Let's add a second point in behind. We're going to step out, curve down, and then up. And then going back to the left side, come down towards the bottom, and pull that up. I'm just going to bend that down along the inside. Let's add one more point along the bottom, starting right here, curve down and then out. I'm just going to pull that back in towards the base of the ear. Start by curving down and then up, and round at the top, just pull that in. Now we're going to draw the outside of the ear. From the top, we're going to step out, curve up, and then in towards the tip of the ear. Now from here, I'm just going to taper the ear so it gets thicker as we come back in toward the top of the head. Pull that down to right about there. Now we're going to close off the top of the head. From the left side, we're going to step up, curve up toward the top, and then bend that down. Let's go back down and close off the bottom of the cheeks. Starting from the base of the ear, just going to curve down around the eye, and then in toward the side of the muzzle. And now we're going to add some fur along the side of the cheeks. Starting from the left side at the very top, curve down, and then in. And now we're going to do an overlap, stepping back out, curve down, and then in toward the bottom of the cheek. Now that we completed the head, let's move down and draw on the fur collar. We start over on the left side, curve down, and then out, go over towards the right, and do the same thing. Now we're going to add a point, curving down, and then in. Let's go back to the tip, step in, curve down and in towards the side of the body. I'm going to round up the side of the body, starting back on the left, go out, and then down. Now in between these 2 points, we move to the center, start with a point. From here I'm going to curve down and out towards the left and right side. Now I'm just going to bend that back down towards the tip of the collar. Let's add that fur in the center of the body. We're going to start over on the left, go down and in, and then taper that back up. Now we're curving the opposite direction, curving in and then out, go out towards the right and then up. Now we're going to create an overlap, stepping down, curve out and up underneath the collar. Let's continue working down the legs. We're going to start from this point, start by curving down and then out. Do the same thing on the right. Now we're going to round out the base of the leg, coming down towards the ankle. Round this out and then come straight down. Now we're going to add some fur along the bottom of the legs coming up towards the middle. Let's start back on the left, come down and out. And we'll taper that back in and up. Now I'm going to continue adding these points going up towards the middle. Let's start back on the left, come down and out with a short line, go in and then up. Let's add another one. Come down and out, and then go in and up. Let's add one more point. Come down and out. Now I'm just going to pull this in and up towards the center of the body. Right about there. Now we're going to go back down, tuck the feet in underneath the legs. We're going to start at the bottom on the left, curve out, and then down towards the heel, go to the right, do the same thing. Now we're going to round out the bottom of the feet, coming down towards the first claw. Out, and then down. Let's draw the top of the first claw. We're going to go up and in. Now I'm going to stack 2 more claws in behind. Stepping down, curve out, and then down. Go back up, and we'll do that one more time. Going out and down, and just tuck that up underneath the leg, leaving a little overlap on the outside. Let's do the same thing on the right. Let's go back and add that pattern across the side of the leg. Starting back on the left side, come down and then bend that in, line it up on the right side. Now from here we're going to curve up and in. Let's round out the bottom. From here we come straight down, round out the bottom, and just pull that back up. And then from here we're just going to curve down and then out toward the outside of the leg. Let's move back up and draw the top edge of the arms. From the tip of the fur, we're going to step in, curve the arm, coming down, and then out towards the wrist. And do the same thing on the right side. Now the arm on the left is going to be holding the torch. So let's start from the wrist and draw on the thumb. Going up, down, and then just hook that in. And from here, it's going to taper this up, aiming towards the wrist. Let's draw 3 fingers in behind. Starting from the side of the thumb, draw a small half oval. Step down, draw that again, going around, in behind the thumb. And we'll do that one more time. And we'll do the same thing on the right. Starting from the wrist, go up, down, and then in. And bend the thumb going up. And then we'll add the 3 fingers. Let's go back to the left side and draw on the stick. Starting from the top of the thumb, curve up, and then in. Just going to flatten off the top of the short line. Just going to trace that line, curving in and then down. And then we'll add a point. Out and up. Taper that back in towards the stick. And curve down in behind the hand. Let's draw the bottom of the stick. Starting underneath the finger, come down, and bend that out. Flatten off the bottom. Trace that curve going back up underneath the hand. Let's go back up and draw on the flame. We're going to start underneath that branch, curve out, and then up. Just going to bend that out. Pull that back in towards the stick. I'm going to work our way up towards the top of the flame. Going up and out, around to the side, and then pull that back in. And then work our way back around the right side. Come down, and across, go up and out. And do a little swirl. Coming around, then up, come down and in. Let's add one more point. Going in, just tuck this in behind the stick. Let's close off the edge of the palm, starting from the wrist, curve in, and then back out, in behind the stick. Let's do the same thing on the right. Starting from the wrist, curve in, down, then up underneath the bottom finger. And now we're going to add some fur along the bottom of the arm. Let's start from the bottom of the palm, come down, and then bend that in. And then we'll taper that back up, going out and then up. Let's do an overlap. Stepping down, curve up and in with a short line. I'm going to add one more point. Come down and in towards the side of the body. Curve up and in behind the body. Now we want to pull the tail out from behind the right leg. So let's start on the side, curve out and then up. Bend this around and then down. Now I'm just going to taper that back in towards the body. We go up, across, and then down. I'm going to step back, curve up, and then down in behind the leg. And then finally, let's add a few small flames around this fire. Starting from the top, curve out and then in. Go back to the top, curve in the opposite direction towards the bottom. Let's add one on the inside. Curving around, go back to the top, come along the inside, and that's pretty much it. There's Delphox from Pokemon. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send me your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.